Sagittarius, hello. Last but not least, well, not last of the zodiac, but last of the day. This is going to be a new love, next in love reading for singles, single Sagittarians, not in any connection. If you are in a connection and you're looking to tarot for answers, there's your answer, okay? If you're just connecting with somebody, right, this is new love. That can be, you are open to something new, right? You're ready for divine love. Your heart is open. You're ready. Or you think your heart is open. We'll find out if it's open. Or it could be you've met somebody new, right? And it could be just new, okay? So let's see. The Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo. This could be your energy here, which means you may not be ready for something new. You may need to end something first with the Death card here. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. You're going through some major stuff. Lay down. Thank you, baby. We have the Seven of Wands here. So yeah, needing to get away from something first. I don't know if that's the masculine or the feminine. Hermit with the Eight of Swords. This is somebody who's bound by their circumstances. So you could be needing to get out of a connection. You may need to get out of a connection with Death and the Ten of Pentacles here. Could be coming into a really strong connection with a Scorpio, or Ten of Pentacles could be marriage, right? So there may be an ending to a marriage. So maybe you are separated, but you haven't done the final paperwork. You're bound by words, bound by swords are written words, spoken words, thoughts. This Hermit, yeah, it's like it could be self-imposed prison, agoraphobia specifically, but it could be someone who's just afraid to get out there. Like you're afraid to welcome in new love, but you're here. So let's find out what you actually really want. Because if you are trying to manifest or approach new connections with fear, that's what you're going to attract. So you don't need to be, and you don't need to be on the rebound, not running from one connection to another, right? You need to deal with the discomfort of your circumstances, right? That's your major arcana is Temperance. So there's balance that needs to happen here. But see, this is balance. Twos are also about choice. There's this infinity symbol linking them together. Maybe something with your car, but I'm getting like a belt, a fan belt or something. But there's something about which a car would be a chariot, right? So following your heart. This is like going in it, breaking a cycle, right? Rewriting your cycle. But see how it's a scratch because this gold comes off, but I've scratched it somehow like perfectly from one pentacle to the other. So this is balancing two or more ideas, but I get the sense that there's an attachment to both ideas, right? And with that rebound thing, it's like you can't start something new if you're still in the old, right? So you need to bring an end to that. If you want the Ten of Pentacles, then you need to bring an end to a previous possible or what you thought was a Ten of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Okay, so there's an agreement coming in. So that's like the advice. Let's get out of that. I'm not talking to people who are half in, half out. All right? I'm not interested in that. I don't think that you are either, Sagittarius, and those of you who are, don't need to be here. Yeah, Nine of Wands, like you've this, but see, this person's like standing still. I mean, this is typically the wounded warrior, but the Seven of Wands, they're running, and the Nine of Wands, they're sort of standing still. This is someone who's more grounded. And the difference between the two is a Two of Wands. So that's choosing between an old and a new cycle, a new passion. Knight of Cups, fighting for love. Seven of Wands, yeah, fighting for self-love, self-worth. Choosing yourself. Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Yeah, see, we have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. I feel like what you had over here, this past connection, it was all competition, it was all argumentative. You don't want that. Maybe there was a lot of like alcohol consumption. But see, this is Two of Cups. This would seem like it's beautiful. It's funny, like the challenging cards, I'm getting like strength and beauty. And the beautiful cards, I'm getting attachments and devil energy. So it's like, there's a flip here. There's something, you're flipping something. Could be dealing with a Pisces, right? Could have a Pisces placement. But it's like, everything is upside down, topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy. But see how they're bound here. Death is Scorpio, it's the sacral chakra, so it could have been like sexual energy, but I think that was the only thing that was going on there. Also, I mean, there could have been children involved, right? Maybe you got with this person because you got pregnant, right? And that's what you're supposed to do, right? But this Page of Pentacles is... We have a Knight of Cups and Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like maybe you just got married for money, or you got with this person for money, for false stability, right? Page of Pentacles is a decent page. But again, I'm getting challenges with this. Like they were immature, they weren't actually stable. You thought it was unconditional love, but it was actually an attachment. You thought it was the Ten of Pentacles. So let's come over here, because I want to talk about, yeah, this is like, it was really difficult for you to make this choice. It was difficult for you to leave that behind. It was difficult for you to choose yourself and to stand and stop running. That is a big challenge for Sagittarius, right? You guys, if you don't like something, you'll usually just distract yourself with something else. You'll stay busy, you'll stay active, you'll stay curious about a lot of different things. But this is like, this is more the hermit mode of, okay, I'm going to stand in my wands, because you're in your energy. You're in wands. You're in your fire. And it's like, I'm going to stand, standing outside the fire. Life in the den. Can't fucking remember the words, but Garth Brooks, standing outside the fire. It's like, there's a determination to just like, and they're going around a track. Right, in that video, he's running around the track. He's like the underdog. And see, instead of just going around and around, because a fan belt wouldn't cross over itself, it would go around. So instead of going around and being attached to this old way of doing things, it's like you're flipping it. You're making something interesting out of it. You're challenging the status quo, which the status quo is, I think, your own energy. You're challenging yourself. You're challenging your ego to, which is temperance, right? You're tempering yourself. You're getting into your major arcana. Because I think if you were dealing with a Virgo, or if you're dealing with a Scorpio, what else do we have? This is the Two of Cups, but you could have been dealing with a Gemini, right? Could have been like a lover's situation. But it's like, whoever you were dealing, you were in their energy, right? You were in Swords, not good. You were in this Pentacles, it needs to end, right? It needs, like, it puts you into this fear to be in Swords, It puts you into this like crushing, manipulative place. Like this hermit here is like Gollum, right? It's like you were dealing with a narcissist. You were dealing with somebody who manipulated you and made you feel very small and made you feel like you didn't have your own will. And I think that they did it with sex, maybe some alcohol. But there's the pages here, or the page here, and the Two of Pentacles looks like a little page too. So it's like, it made you feel small, and you had to get into this place of feeling small so that you could learn how to that's the reconfiguration. You're reconfiguring it. You're flipping. It's like you're doing the own work on your heart, because it's like an auto mechanic. Getting a lot of, maybe you're an auto mechanic, but it's like you're working on your chariot so that you can, instead of running away from something and running away from the work, it's like you're sitting in the work, you're tempering yourself, you're strengthening yourself. Strength is Leo, chariot is Cancer. They're both of the heart chakra. So it's like this Knight of Wands, or Knight of Cups, excuse me, feels like you fighting for your own vessel, fighting for your own cup of love. You're not giving it to anybody else. So maybe you're not wanting new love. Maybe this is just about you. Because I think you just dealt with a lot of like bullshit. Like this past energy is like someone who just fights all the time. You know, they're like exhausting, they're draining, they're just, it's competitive. Love is not competitive. And it made you question your own value, right? The Seven of Wands is someone who is blocking or guarding, they're fighting their Six of Wands, which is self-worth. So this is somebody who's like battling themselves. Yeah, Three of Cups, I think it's like, fuck this Two of Cups. I'm single, sexy, and free. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. This could be dating, but I feel like this is more, maybe that's where you'll meet this person, is like when you're independent, when you're not looking for it. That's usually how it happens. I think you're gonna be out with your friends celebrating. Like, I'm free, bitches. And we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a water sign or an earth sign, because these are the offers that you're receiving. And see, these are not the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. These are feminine energies. So it's like you've got something that's very nurturing. It's not chasing, it's not running in, it's not charging in. They're just kind of moseying on in. And it's somebody very solid. Your face is itchy, like you could be around a lot of dust or like flour or something, like maybe something with spring. Maybe you have seasonal allergies. But I get that there's kind of like sand or dust or something, maybe the beach. But we have the Six of Swords, right? This person is coming in, like all the swords before. This is like the damsel in distress. Not saying that, it's like Sex in the City, when the four friends are sitting around, and Charlotte's like, it's because women just want to be rescued, right? And they're all like, ugh, don't say that. You're not supposed to say that. But, if you're this strong, independent, feminine, but you've been through all this bullshit and you've been fighting and you've been in this wands and had to heal yourself, it's like, talk is cheap. I think you maybe got caught up with somebody that just gave you a lot of words. This is Six of Swords. This is balanced communication, and it's represented through action, right? This person is action oriented. Knights are action oriented. But see, this is a slow and steady action. This is a grounded, nurturing action. This isn't somebody who's just like rushing you into a connection because they, narcissists often want to like plant their seed. This person, I think, wants to plant seeds with you. Yeah, Four of Swords. This person brings balance. This person is going to ease your mind, right? Because I think you've gotten to a place where you've eased your own mind, you've rested, you've been single long enough, like it doesn't feel like, I feel like this was your last connection, was really toxic and tumultuous, but maybe there's been quite a bit of time in there where you've learned to come back to yourself, right? So you rescue yourself from all of this anxiety, from this imprisonment. You're free to think your own way. You're free to, your thoughts and your beliefs and your words are all balanced. Your self-communication, this is meditation, could be affirmations. Your swords are, your beliefs are like, you have finally gotten to a place where you're grounded in your truth. You can rest easy, and maybe for a long time you're like, you needed people to see this person for being who they were, or maybe you felt like you had to explain yourself to people for their mistreatment, for their toxicity. Maybe you wanted vindication, and maybe you received vindication, right? If it was a divorce or something, maybe you got the final say. Maybe you guys were, the papers got signed, whatever. Maybe it was a long fight to get out of this connection, right? Narcissists are not ones to like, they don't like you to end the connection. So there could be something with that. But this is good. This is good over here. This is Four of Swords, Six of Swords. Those are balanced swords. We like that. Eight of Swords. 8 is a balanced number. But it's all about cycles. It's like 8 is the number of infinity. It's the cycle. And I think that the cycle you were in was guarded. It was blocked. It was distress. And I think that you maybe wanted someone. You were like, I just need someone else. And maybe that was that rebound energy that I was getting. Maybe you were, for a time, you were kind of like, oh my gosh, I just need to be with somebody else. Like to validate myself even. That I'm lovable, that I'm not crazy. But the universe remembers that you asked for the big love. You asked for divine connection and divine union. So it's going to send you the challenges that make you temper your ego and not fall into the same trap, and flip that cycle of just going around and around and around and around. I'm the snake from Black and Decker. Yeah, there's that 2 of Wands between the 7 and the 9. That's that choice. You were offered an opportunity to choose yourself. And when you choose yourself, you always choose right. Okay? So if you're ever worried about a choice between 2 people, that can be confusing. That can be like, oh, they both seem like great. But if you choose yourself, you're always right. It will never fail you to choose yourself. There's no such thing as missed opportunities. When you choose yourself, it's what's meant for you will come to you, right? And that is the mantra that I'm currently working under, and I've said for the readings today, for Libra and Scorpio, I said that it was, what I want wants me. I almost forgot what the hell I was saying. What I want wants me. Okay? Say it. Say it until you mean it. Because if you want yourself, right? You're choosing yourself, then whomever comes in, these knights here, they're going to come in for you. That doesn't mean that they aren't choosing themselves. It means that they're mirroring you. They're on the same frequency. They've chosen themselves. And so you guys are going to be compatible. You're not choosing the other person, right? It's not, and you could have a choice between 2 people with the Cups and the Pentacles. You might have a water and an earth sign coming in and offering you something, right? Or this could be somebody that's offering you both, right? Because the Emperor would offer all of them. But I think with this, all the issues in the masculine energy of the swords and the wands, like, because that was kind of, I don't think this person's going to offer you sex and passion or a lot of words. This person's going to offer you action. This person's going to offer you sustenance, nourishment, grounded stability. Like, you're going to be able to see it and feel it versus just hearing it. Judgment. Yeah, I mean, it's Six of Pentacles here. We've got balanced swords, balanced pentacles, collaboration, self-love. Right? If you love you and you're balanced in that love and you're sure of that love, there's a lot of balance here. The scales could begin with a Libra. But this is your karmic cycle here. That was part of your karmic cycle. That was a karmic. It felt close, but it was not your person. This is your person. Okay? You know, this is good. This is grounded. And maybe this isn't the be-all, end-all. And this is your judgment. This is your choice. But this is a grounded, nourishing offer coming in. It's just knights. There's no kings. There's no emperor. There's no empress here. So this is very new. And this could be somebody that you know, maybe you don't need to hold on to the idea that we're going to be together forever, right? Maybe that was the problem before. Maybe this is just somebody that you, like the movie Prime with Meryl Streep, Uma Thurman. You know, sometimes you love and it doesn't work out, and that's okay. Okay, but we got the Four of Wands here. And the Devil. Could be a Capricorn. What's going on with this Devil here? Nine of Cups. Page of Pentacles. So, yeah, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Somebody who is gonna work for you. Versus this person over here, which just worked you over for themselves. But yeah, not every, and maybe it's just the fact that you need to just go in without the pressure on it to be the be-all, end-all. Like putting all those expectations on somebody right away. Queen of Swords and Three of Swords. And there's that Six of Cups, and there's Temperance. That's you. Yeah, maybe there's a lot of pressure on the choice, on making the right choice, where there doesn't need to be so much pressure on that. If you choose yourself, you're always right. You always choose right. Yeah, because I just want to pull a couple more. And again, that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be single and, you know, you can just date somebody. But don't pour everything into that. Don't put all the expectations on that to be the be-all, end-all. We have the Four of Wands, which is the be-all, end-all. It is the union. So that's coming. And maybe this person is just, you're going to experience with that Pentacles and that water, the Cups, you're going to be experiencing some healing. This could be just, I don't want to say a stepping stone relationship, but this could just be a very sweet, romantic friendship where it's somebody that you heal each other, right? There's a healing there. There's a space where you can just experience unconditional love, right? And sometimes you love and then you move on, and that's okay. And maybe you need that. Maybe you need to have a shift in perspective and like flip the idea of the big love. Like you can have big love in a in a smaller connection, because there's not that pressure that it needs to be the big love, right? Wheel of Fortune. Now that is like specifically for you guys, because that's opposite of how I do things. But maybe that's some advice I can learn from you guys in this reading. Because I'm a fixed sign though. I'm not mutable. I'm a fixed sign. So for me, I'm all in or all out. And maybe you have a Taurus placement or a fixed sign placement. And so maybe you've always been all in or all out, or you dealt with a fixed sign that was like, you're all in or all out. And that just didn't work for you. Maybe you need to be with someone who is mutable, that speaks your love language, that is okay just taking time and like letting you choose yourself and letting you, I mean, anybody that's good for you is going to let you choose yourself, whether it's friendships or whatever. Like it's, you know, if you don't want to go out, or if you don't text back immediately or something, you know, as long as you're not being manipulative with it, as long as you're not doing it to play games, right? Because you're just choosing yourself and you're like, I don't really have anything to say right now, or I'm busy doing things that matter to me, right? And that's fine. So I think, I spit everywhere. Say it, don't spray it. 3 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. All right, that is planning, and the Wheel of Fortune is divine timing. It's that. So this is just waiting, counting your blessings as well. But you may need kind of like a palate cleansing connection. And maybe it will be platonic, right? Maybe it won't be sexual because there's no wands or swords. Maybe it won't be sexual, and maybe you won't talk a lot. Maybe it's just, you guys are just going to be, it'll be like a flirtation, or it will be a little bit romantic, but you'll be maybe friends who comfort each other, you know, and spend time together. And maybe that will build into something else, and maybe it won't. And for your mutable energy, I feel like that's the place you need to be. You don't need to be in such a fixed energy. You need to be in a place where you're allowed to choose yourself. You know, just the only cautionary there, this could be my fixed energy talking, is, you know, how we inhabit the behaviors or the neuroses of people that we've been with, right? We do it from our parents to siblings to friends to lovers. If you're around somebody, you start to act like them, you start to mimic them, you start to mirror them. And so if you were in a situation where you were like really depressed and, you know, you were forced into a submission, you were forced into things, like you were made to feel very small, you were compressed. I just get this like pressure. If you were under that and you were made to feel really small, you could be in a place where, you know, just watch it. Just make sure that you're being honest with yourself, being transparent with yourself, that you're not in something you're not giving your energy to somebody else, but your energy is in a place of being selfish, right? Because you were like stripped of yourself in the past, that you are now like, it's all about me, right? And if you're in that place, fine, be in that place. Like, we need to work through that place. We need to just be single, but be clear, if you're engaging in something, be clear that that's all you're looking for is something casual, something temporary, that you're not in a place to give more than that, because you're in a selfish place. You're in a place where if you're busy with work, like, right, whatever you find most important is whatever your priorities are is where you're going to put your energy. So if your priorities are not in another person, right, don't mislead people. Don't go in with false pretenses of like repeating the cycle and like being the person that you just you escaped from. That you know, if you're truly going to break that cycle, live in your truth. Just be honest. Be completely honest, and say, I'm in a phase of choosing myself. I need to be selfish for a little while. I'm open to companionship, but that's it. Again, that is not from me, because I don't believe that men and women can be friends. Or, you know, whatever you're attracted to can be friends platonically without any sort of ulterior motive. But again, that's my fixed energy. So maybe you have the ability, and you have this opportunity to, if you believe men and women can be friends, or, you know, again, whatever you're attracted to. Masculine and women can be friends. Masculine and feminine can be friends. Jesus. Then you're just making sure that you're being honest about that, and say, I'm just here for friends. Like, I'm just here for casual friendship. Yes, I want some companionship or friendship, but I'm not ready to have sex. Or if you just want sex, like, just be honest. Just be honest. I feel like going in representing, because the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, it's pentacles. It's fixed energy. So I feel like I need to say that, like, you could be coming into connection with someone who is fixed, or someone who's an earth sign, someone who really wants that. And if you're not being honest, like, look, I'm on my own journey here. I'm just like figuring this out. Yeah, I'm just be completely honest about where you are, wherever that is. And don't become the manipulator that manipulated you. That's not going to solve anything. That's going to make it worse. That's going to perpetuate the cycle, and it's going to fuck up your next life cycle, because you're probably going to have to come back to work that out. And there's no need to leave somebody hanging. Be like, work is the most important thing. Or if you had kids with this past person, like, my kids are the most important thing, right? Like, just be completely transparent and upfront about what you're looking for. I'm dating multiple people, or whatever. Like, just be transparent. So I feel like I need to say that and drive that home for you, Sagittarius. So, yeah, especially if you're dealing with a fixed sign. They're very, like, no bullshit about loyalty, and the dedication. And so they'll give you everything, so just know that. And if that's the case, like, you're choosing yourself. By being honest, you're choosing yourself. And if somebody decides that they want to invest in you, cool. At least you were honest and you chose yourself. If they don't, that's okay also. Like, everybody has their free will. We're not manipulating people, right? Just be careful, because I do get that sense that some of you could be wanting to sugarcoat things to, like, get what you want, right? Instead of just saying what you want, because what you want wants you. So if that's what you want, be honest about it, and what wants that will gravitate to you. It will attract to you. All right. All right, Sagittarius. Hopefully there was something in here for you. If you want to support my channel, my work, this space, everything you need to know is in the description box below. And yeah, thank you for your support. Thank you for holding space. I love you. I appreciate you. And until next time, I wish you well.